Jenna from West Australia and John Gilmore, also of West Australia, are in the lead.
How many miles are you covering in training?
I run 10 miles every day.
10 miles every day?
Yeah, even before competition I do 10 miles.
And veteran athletics has been kind to you. A few trips overseas?
Very good, I like it. Yeah.
You won the World Championship in Melbourne. That must have been a big thrill.
Yeah, it was. Because you're going to meet and I had heard a lot about the West Islanders. And when I stood out in the front the first couple of laps, I was around 4:13.
And who were some of the great names you raced against in those?
Ham, Don Lash, Archie San Romani.
Some great names there, John.
Yes, they were.
And you've never ever really come in track and field?
No, I took up heel and toe walking for about 20 years and kept in shape.
And you ran very well here, 38 minutes flat at 10,000 metres. Are you happy with it?
Thank you, Merle. I'm very happy with the time. A little slow. Maybe later on in this tour, I'll run a little fast, I don't know.
When did you arrive in Melbourne, John?
We arrived last evening.
And you must be feeling a little bit tired.
Oh, we were down Canberra yesterday on a tour down there, and we ran over at Sydney last evening.
John, how many miles a night do you?
I average about 9 to 10 miles. Once a week, around 20 to 24 miles.
You love it.
Love it.
Lloyd, 100 metres. I can remember you running in the 50s. What was your best time in those days?
100 yards, 10 seconds, 1:09, and a 400 metres.
Good even time running in those days. Did you ever give the game away? Aside from the more active part of a top class competition? in 58, and didn't run again for 2 years ago.
And what brought you back into the game, Lloyd?
12 stone 10, I'm now down to 10.
And plus the veterans competition.
The veterans competition. As you know, it's very hard to jog for 3 months. You've got to give it away. But you've got a goal, you can run a time, you've got somebody to chase or somebody to beat.
How old are you now, Lloyd? What's your job in Adelaide?
Loans manager of a building.
Thanks, Lloyd. Best of luck. Thanks, Lloyd.
As they come on of New South Wales, and very strongly through the line, just at third place, currently we've got Jennifer Fellow, probably Melborne Midlock, USA. Somebody will help me with some movement and give me some details. Time will now take over. In first place, the 50-year-old Russell Medlock. And John Clark. Pick it up, there we go. John Clark in first place. J. Ross, 452. 1.9. Comes to the line from the 38, followed by 12. In the division seat, 5 is second, Baseman fourth, 9-4.
A former Victorian and Australian mile champion, retired in 1950. Again, how old are you now, Jack?
57.
57. And what brought you back to the competitive field?
Well, that's veteran athletics opening, of course. Really, I started doing some running because of finding it difficult to sleep at night sometimes because I work at night. I was sleeping in the odd hour. But I started the athletics and then the veterans went overseas last year and I determined to work towards that. And I succeeded in getting into the trip but didn't do any good overseas. I went down on the first day.
But you did give running away from 1950 until a few years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago.
Do you don't regret now coming back to it?
No, I'm enjoying every minute.
And you think you've got a big future, Jack?
I do, because the boys are they're growing in numbers and the enthusiasm is greater even than when I was running as with the best.
And how much training are you doing now compared to the training that you did in the old days?
Well, I'm doing a lot more than I did in the old days.
That's amazing.
Yes, training 5 days a week and a good amount of training compared with what we used to do. We used to play around with it, I think.
How many days a week would you have trained in your time?
No more than 3. It was forbidden.
And now it's 5. And a lot more miles.
Yeah, a lot more miles, yes.
Thanks, Jack.
Best of luck. Good, thank you very much, Mary. Nice to see you again.
Kawaki and Warren. Kawaki with the lead. Warren coming at him. Heading down the 40 cars and jump. Kenny Megan. And then as they swing up the lead, here. Here's the Warren walking into the place. Kawaki not hitting it in. Making this one struggle down towards the finish line. Everybody's right to 219. Kawaki, Warren. Coming good. Kawaki, Warren. Goes to the line. I'll leave that to the judges. And Hutton and third spot. A good finish.
David, how is it that he became the pioneer, founder of the veteran athletics which we've been watching here this afternoon?
Well, I was interested in fitness running for several years, finally got into it, and I missed the competitive aspects of athletics. So I started organizing some veteran events. One thing led to another. We finally got our AAU sanction, national sanction, and 4 years ago we had our first national championship. And we've gone on since then to having international competition both last year and this year.
How popular is it in America? How many people would in fact be involved in your veteran athletic movement?
That's hard to say because we have many veteran meets that I don't even know about or hear about or get results of. But my rough estimate is that there are somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 men actively running in the United States in competitive events over 40 years of age. There are 132 in the party, of whom 50 are active competitors, and their ages range from 40 to 72.
And from all walks of life?
Every walk of life is represented and from all portions of the United States, and we have 4 competitors from Canada.
And they had to pay their own expenses?
Every man, by my judgment, is a complete amateur. He's paid his own way. It cost a minimum of $1,500 U.S. to come over here and to compete in this meet.
And why aren't you yourself competing at this meeting?
Well, I'm not competing in protest to what I feel are arbitrary rules of the IAAF and of the AAU. We have no rule on professionalism for veteran athletics in the United States. Any man who's fit and 40 years of age who wishes to compete may do so. Unfortunately, our AAU is a member of the IAAF, and this is international competition, and so they have insisted that all of my athletes here be registered amateurs by the international standards. These standards we feel are archaic. The rule is a hoary anachronism. It certainly doesn't apply realistically in today's athletic scene, and particularly with respect to veteran athletes, men over 40 years of age, such as myself, who run for the love of it, are willing to pay all of our own expenses, work hundreds of hours for the program, and we don't need any officials telling us how to run our sport. And for that reason, I'm not running in this meet, for what that's worth.
Where do you go to from here?
We're flying over to Auckland, where we'll be guests of Arthur Lydiard and Peter Snell, and we're competing in a 10-kilometer event, then down to Rotorua for another cross-country, then up to Hawaii for a track and field meeting, and then back to the States.
David Payne, founder of Veteran Athletics, thank you very much.
Fine. And before you sign off, Merv, I'd just like to invite you and Ron Clark and your other great Australian runners to be members of the U.S. Masters International Track Team. If the Australians won't have you, we'll be delighted to and would consider it a singular honor to have you run for us.
Thank you very much again, David.
Number 1 and line 2 going very smartly. Just Green with his USA mark on the other one up there too. As is Tom Kelly on the outside. Now Greenway streaking away on the inside, just showing his class, comes up to the third hurdle. Greenwood. Yes, he's really showing some form here, Jeff Greenwood. Leading right out. Looks like Mike O'Neill coming through in the second spot. Tom Kelly on the outside, still going well. And as you recall, Tom's a distance runner. And a steeple chasing, of course. Greenway clearing away. A full flight ahead of them. From Mike O'Neill coming through nicely as we come down with 2 flights of hurdles to go. It's Greenwood of USA in the lead. Well clear. A full flight ahead of Mike O'Neill and Tom Kelly in third spot. Two Troutman coming into the fourth spot and Ivan Carter at the rear. Unofficial 58.1 seconds for Jack Greenwood of the United States. Second place will probably go to Mike O'Neill and third to Tom Kelly. They're away. Alex Lampard on the inside, moving nicely. As is Braceland going quite well.
You know who he is?
But at the current time, it's Lampard putting quite an edge on Braceland. Bigelow coming up at the rear just at the current time. But remember, there are 2 different age groups in here. So you have a Class 2 athlete leading on a Class 3 athlete, a different age group, and then you have another Class 2 athlete in third spot, and at the rear you have Bigelow of the United States, who's a Class 3 athlete. Number 535, John Gilmore coming down to the line now. He's got quite a break on Ryan from Victoria. Position at the current time. Cole Gunner just coming down towards the finish line. Now he's in a gold singlet with black shorts. Cole Gunner from Western Australia. And this is a big hand for John Gilmore as he comes up to the line. A big effort by John Gilmore from Western Australia. Number 535. Finishing now. And in second place will be Ryan. Of this hand for Jack Ryan as he comes down towards the finish line. Jack will finish in second. second place. Class 2. Remember, there are two different classes running in this one field, so. And then told John, I've just come.
I know not that.
They're away, the 50 to 60-year-age group. Leading out very smartly, going to set a cracking pace in this event. Stephen's up in second place, or Ross in second place now. Pennington in third place.
You wouldn't let him.
Jack Stevens in fourth. 60 seconds left for the first lap. 60 seconds. That was the bell lap. Walsham is clearing out with Jack Pennington. Jack Stevens in first place and Ross on the United States in third spot. Jack Pennington went through in 66 seconds.
Here, he won't get on the dog. He'll be about 2 minutes.
Walsham is pouring it along the back straight. Jack Pennington moving. Coming off the top there now. Big hand for Walsham. He really carved out a very pace here. Goes through an easy winner. Jack Pennington pouring on the plate in second spot. Trying to beat the gap, but I don't think he can do so. It's a very good effort by Jack Pennington. Coming down the line now, Walsham. The world's best performance is going to be over these 50 winners. They're running for the ball. Jack Pennington full forward out of the line. A wonderful effort by Jack Pennington. He's hitting his second spot.
He's good there, look.
And Jack Stevens in fourth spot. A great effort by Jack. And Ross from the United States sitting on the fourth full time 209.6.